This is exactly how to get your first real estate wholesaling deal every single week. Let me say that one more time. If you haven't got your first wholesaling deal, but you want to eventually get to the point where you're doing one deal a week, I'm going to show you exactly today, step by step, complete guide, start to finish. If I was to create an entire course just on doing one deal a week, which is around 5 deals a month, this is what it's going to be. This is my $50,000 a month wholesaling guide. And the truth is, you don't need money for this. A lot of wholesalers believe that you need to spend, tens of thousands of dollars every single month to get to this point. And really, it doesn't take that. It truly takes taking action. It truly takes knowing what to do in your head. And honestly, at the end of the day, most people, when it comes to doing one deal every single week, there are two bottlenecks I always see. And what I want to do in this video is break down the two bottlenecks so you know exactly what they are. And most importantly, how to overcome these bottlenecks for wholesaling real estate success. Guys, I have done over 1,000 wholesaling deals. We are slowly approaching 2,000. We are getting there. We're chugging along to 2,000 wholesaling deals for me. I'm going to say 1,000 now. And once I hit 2,000, we'll have a little party on that one. But probably the time we get there, I'm approaching. I'm getting there. But over 1,000 wholesaling deals. And what I know from doing a ton of deals, right? I'm at the point now where I'm trying to scale up from going to about 40, 50 deals a month to 100. But, it's going to take some time. But really, from somebody that does a ton of deals, like multiple deals every single week, not 10 yet, but multiple deals every single week, right? Close to pretty much 10 a week. I can tell you exactly what it takes. If I had JV deals, then obviously that's pretty much it. But from somebody that does double-digit deals every single week, I can tell you what it takes just to do one. All right. I know it takes to do 10 a week, but I'm going to tell you how to do one. And I always believe you should learn from somebody that wants to be at the point where you're at. So if you want to be at the point where you're going to do 10 deals a week, I'm probably not the guy because I'm not 100 a week, right? So I'm at 10 a week. I want to get to 20 a week. And then once I hit 20, you can learn from me about 10. But I think since I'm doing around 10 a week, I can be pretty qualified to tell you exactly how to do one deal every single week. So I'm excited, guys. I've spent millions of dollars in marketing in my own business. I've spent $0 in marketing. And I can tell you the amount of marketing money you spend is not going to affect your success in this business. It's all going to come down to the two bottlenecks that you need to learn today. And that's what we're going to break down. I don't know if this is too high level, low level. I'm just speaking to people. If you want to do one deal a week, this is it. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to share exactly how to do this. And remember, most people have to pay a ton of money for this stuff, but they give it for free. So in exchange, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, and I want to help you become the best wholesaler you possibly can be. So in this video, we're going to show you exactly how to get one deal every single week. And I'm excited. I'm jacked up, ready to go, because I know I'm going to help you become the best wholesaler possible. But let's get into it. And before I get into it, we got to let the people know. We got to get excited. We got to get jacked up. We got to cue that intro. Let's get it, guys. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Yeah, let's get it. Everyone's ready. Everyone's pumped up, jacked up in the house today to get it. So Tony said it right. It's 52 a year. I'm down. Let's get it. Let's get it going. Let's break down exactly how to get started in doing one deal every single month. Now, this isn't for the faint of heart. Honestly, I'll tell you how many hours you really got to put into things for it. This is not going to be the sexiest video for people. I'm not all snazzy, but I'm just going to give the actual information. I believe knowledge is power, and the information should always be public and for everyone. And that is what I'm going to do today. So let's get it going. Let's share the stuff and let's get it jacked up. Let's get it excited and let's break it all down. So one deal a week, that is about 50K a month. That is what I put in the category of big boy numbers. All right, that's big boy stuff. That ain't for the faint of heart. That ain't little teeny tiny stuff. Okay, this is big boy stuff. All right, we're talking about big boy, big gal, big stuff. All right, this ain't little. This isn't jumping on the playground playing hopscotch. We're getting serious. All right, we're getting dead serious about making some big money in wholesaling. All right, I would consider 600K a year big money in wholesaling. And once we get to this point, we're gonna have to know a couple things. All right, like it's not to the point of being the craziest guy working 5,000 hours. It's sort of the point of what you do for the hours. And one deal a week is a lot, but I know for a fact you can do it if you put the action in place. So big boy numbers require big boy action. All right, I want everyone to understand that. All right, if you want to do big boy numbers, if you want to be a baller, you got to do what ballers do. And what do ballers do? Ballers work their butt off. They take the action necessary and they get it going. Now, I do big boy numbers. Do I do big boy work? No. I got VAs. I got people doing the calling for me, the texting, the mail, the answering the appointments, all that stuff. Now, I still train my people, but really, they mostly do the big boy action. I'll do some big boy action, got to run in there for a couple deals. But what I'll tell you is the big boy action, I do it. And that gives me the big boy numbers. Now, if you want to get the big baller numbers, you got to take the baller action. And the question is, are you willing to take the baller action? A lot of people that talk a big game. They want the Lambo. They want the Rari. They want the cool stuff. But they're not willing to do what it takes. And it's not a knowledge thing because the knowledge is free. You're watching on this channel right now. You got all the knowledge you need. So are you willing to take the action? And half of it's action, half of it's other things. I could tell you straight up right now in wholesaling. All right. It really comes down to knowing what you have to do. And if you can know what you have to do and be accountable for that, you're going to be good. I know a lot of people that work their butt off and they work really hard, but they're not at a deal a week. We're not even at their first stinking deal. And I promise you guys, I'm going to talk about the two big bottlenecks. Let's break down the two bottlenecks in your wholesaling real estate business right now that's stopping you from doing 5 deals a month. All right. I want to break it down. I want to share exactly the bottlenecks you have that you need to overcome. And there's honestly two. Most of it's on one's the other. It's about 80-20 rule. I always prescribe to that. And that's honestly what I see. So let's talk about bottleneck number one. Bottleneck number one is it's 10-15% of it, but a lot of people, they have a very low bottleneck because their closing rate is actually really low. Like they do the marketing, but their closing rate sucks. Like terrible. And what do I mean by this? What I mean by this is their closing rate is so stinking bad that when they follow up, they sound terrible. When they talk to sellers, they sound terrible. It just doesn't do well. Like they'll go to the appointment and freeze up and they just can't do it. There are people like that. They're just so scared to go to sell. Like they'll market all day, but they just can't close a seller. They don't have that clutch gene. And the only way to get better at being clutch is by just being in more situations. You'll be less nervous. And I know the people that take the action, but they're just so bad at cold calling. They're so bad at texting. They're so bad at talking to a seller, or they refuse to follow up, or they're lazy. I call that a bad closing rate. When you can't follow up, that's a bad closing rate. And so when the closing rate is so low, it's terrible. And this comes to a lot of things. There's some people that just have problems connecting, talking to sellers, having conversations in general. But really, we have the Ford method, the form method. There's rapport. There's MCTP. There's really things that you really can't screw up. I could train a VA from the Philippines who's not good at English to even do it. So it's not that. That's not the problem. And if you go to freewholesaling.com, you see recorded calls we got. Like you could tell we do it fine. But for the thing is, your closing rate's probably too low. And that is going to be a big bottleneck I see with a lot of wholesalers. And that's when I do want you to understand that if your closing rate is too low, you're not going to close any deals. And you can do all the good marketing all here. Now, the problem is I talk about marketing because most people, they can have a conversation with a motivated seller and just stumble upon and close it. Like me, I was a bag boy, so I knew how to conversate with older people, just walking them to the car. But like, and bagging groceries, hey, how you doing? And so like when I had my first deal, I stumbled upon the deal. I was terrible, but I still made 20 grand at 17 because I had the general conversation of like, hey, I'm just looking to buy the house. That's pretty much it. But some people do have that issue, and the closing rate is the problem. And there's people raising their hand like, oh yeah, that's me. And I want to bring this up because this is the one that's 10, 15%. Like this isn't for most people. And if you go to wholesaling.com, heck, you go on the one-on-ones and talk to me, you will be like, I promise everybody. All right. Like, heck, I was talking to Nick yesterday in Nebraska. Nick, when he started, I love Nick, right? Shout out to Nick. He hops on here. He gets better every single day. He wasn't that good on the talking to seller portion. Yeah, he hasn't got his first deal. He's working on it, right? He's definitely on his way there. He's gotten a lot better. Like we did a live cold call role play yesterday. Exponentially better. And you know why? Because he started overcoming his fear and doing mock calls with me. And, he thought he sees me tear some people up that are very rude to me sometimes over the lives. But like, I don't tear people up for trying to be a better person. If you go out here and try to be a better wholesaler, there's no shame in that. There's nothing I could be upset at somebody. No one's going to judge you for being a better person. It's when you say, oh, wholesaling's unethical and stuff. Then I'll go crazy on you. But like, really, I'm not here to judge anyone. Like you are getting a better person. So I do want to give Nick a shout out here because his closing rate's gotten a lot better because he went and talked to me every single week. We practice what he has to say and he just gets better and better and better. And that's how you get better at your closing rate. You learn more. I think one of the best things for everybody, and we're going to the next part here. If you just want to get better at closing, all I want you to do is just go to wholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course. And I want you to go watch my live cold calls. I have live cold calls. I actually have live deals I do. So like actual legit deals. Okay. Recordings on freewholesaling.com. Okay. I'm just putting a reminder on myself to add. I got more recordings. I think I got to upload there on there. But like what I could tell you is I have live cold calls in there. I have live calls of me closing sellers. I have live calls of all these things that I could tell you. It's in freewholesaling.com right now, and you need to go see it because it's me closing sellers. It's me building rapport. And heck, some of these live cold calls, I cold call for an hour. I don't close a deal, but I make offers. And by you just seeing the flow of it, you see an hour, I don't close a deal. And then 2 hours, I close like 6 deals in front of you. And then like, they're all at freewholesaling.com. And once you see me just talk to a seller, not even close a deal, like there's be hours on those calls where I don't close a seller because it's an hour, right? But like I'll have an hour where I close 3 deals. And you'll see the difference between me closing a deal and not closing a deal. I'm saying the same things. It's just the seller that's the variable. And once you watch like 10, 15 hours of it, you're going to be very knowledgeable about that. And when you put that preparation, okay, Zach said this, and Zach's saying the same question over and over again. He's saying MCTP. He's making some jokes about the weather, where they want to live, where they want to, like, you start understanding, I'm not this crazy complicated Rubik's Cube of onions that there's a new layer for me when I talk to a seller. It's pretty simple. Hey, I'm looking to buy your house, me and my partner. Where are you looking to move to? Oh, I have X knowledge about an area, right? And then I talk about that area. And then like, I just have a conversation. How's your day going? Like just general, oh my gosh, what's going on with the property? I have a very general, like there's probably only 300 questions I've ever asked a seller. And let's bring it to 500. All right. There's honestly in my chest, my war chest of asking questions to sellers on live calls, I only have about 400 or 500 questions. And I say pretty much the same 40, and 50 are just very rare ones like septic tanks and issues with foundation. But like, I don't have like a million different combinations I say. And so if you know that, if Zach says pretty much the same 40 questions, if you just write them down yourself, practice them, you'll do well. It's always like driving a car. sucked driving starting out. Like I was really bad at driving. It's weird because I'm pretty good at driving now, but I was terrible at driving. And eventually after a year, I got really good at it. It's pretty much everything, right? Like I was terrible at Call of Duty when I started. I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. That's how old I am. Just letting everyone know how old I am. In middle school, Modern Warfare 1 came out. If you're 18, you're going to think I'm old. If you're 25, you're going to think I'm young. But when Modern Warfare 1 came out, I started playing single player. And I was really good at single player. It was easy, right? And then we got, true story, my dad, I begged him for my birthday, my dad and mom, to go get a more powerful LAN, a more powerful router so I can play online. Back then, our router was the cheap one, just because it was a regular one. And it wasn't powerful enough to play online Call of Duty on my PS3. And so once I got that, I started playing online, and I was like, I would not get anything when I started out. Like I was terrible. About a month in, I got really good at it because I just played it all the time. And then eventually now I'm very good at it, right? Same thing with now. I bought a gaming PC like a couple of years ago, started playing Call of Duty on that. Holy moly. I had to learn keyboard and mouse. It's terrible at it. And guess what? Play, an hour, 4 or 5 days a week after working. And I got decently good at keyboard and mouse. And that's for my gamer people that can think of. But like everyone that plays video games, and there's a wide array of people that play. The people that are terrible at closing and the people that play video games, there's actually a very big overlap. And I always ask them, Zach, I always say, were you terrible at this video game starting? Of course I was terrible, but I just played it and I got really good. Do the same thing for your closing. Start practicing more, put the hours in, and you'll get really good at it. That's the thing for closing. It's like, drives me crazy. So let's talk about the next part here. All right, that's closing rate. You just got to put the time in. Here's the next part. Like, why you're not doing one deal a month? For 90% of the 80, I'd say 80 to 90, maybe 85. But most people, you just don't have enough leads in the pipeline. And I'm like, oh, of course. Yeah, obviously, Zach. Right? Like it doesn't take an expert to say that, but it takes somebody who's just calling it out to notice it. But you aren't getting a deal a week because you just have enough deals in the pipeline. There's people that get deals in the pipeline, but they just can't close it, right? That was what I was talking about in the beginning. But there's a very big amount of people that just don't have enough leads. And that's where I want to talk the majority of this conversation on, because that's where the majority of wholesalers need to be at. And when you got to understand that there's only 2 constraints for marketing, okay? There's only 2 restraints. I call it resources for marketing. There's only really 2 resources you put into marketing. So if you want to get more leads in the pipeline, you have to spend these 2 resources. These are the only 2 resources you really have in business, if you really want to look at it. Actually, there's more, but like when you're doing your marketing, this is it. There's time and money. Those are your resources for marketing, putting leads in the CRM, getting wholesaling deals. You either got time or money in there, right? Now, for me, I'm a very busy person, right? I was a couple minutes late to the live stream. You know why? I'm closing one of the biggest multifamily deals and this week, and we had some big underwriting stuff and inspection. Kind of came back here from it, right? But like, guys, because I'm doing these huge multifamily deals for myself, I could straight up tell you that I didn't have 8 hours to cold call today. And I couldn't go on 4 appointments, but I went on 4 appointments today. I didn't. My acquisitions people did. And so I couldn't spend that money on the market. I couldn't spend my time on the marketing, but I spent my money to pay people to do it for me. And they're trained by me, obviously, right? And so I poured my time into the people, gave them money, and that was the best ROI for me. So I could do big multifamily deals, right? Duh. And why I can do this live stream for you is because I'm paying people to go on appointments for me. I was not able to do this like years ago. About 3 or 4 years ago, I wasn't able. That's why I didn't have a YouTube channel. And so the thing is, with time and money, those are the resources you put in marketing. Time is always going to be the thing that's going to help you out. You don't need money to have time. Time is more valuable than money, I'll tell you that. You can pour in money and save you time, though. And that's the point. So either you have to increase the time you're spending right now in your marketing, or increase the money you're spending on your marketing to get more leads in the pipeline. For example, if anybody is really short on time, the 2 main marketing channels for that will be SMS text blasting and hands down direct mail. Direct mail is probably the best one. That's where a majority of my deals are still on direct mail because I don't have to go work on VAs and train them all. We send the direct mail out. I can still do it myself. And guess what we do from there? It goes into my acquisitions manager's call. They answer the call. They go on the appointment. I don't deal with it. It's all on the Podio. I can check it on the daily meetings we have, right? Pretty simple. What you need to understand here, though, is a lot of you guys don't have the money. Where you have a little bit of money, a little bit of time, reverse running for laws might be the best thing for you because that's kind of direct mail, kind of not sweat equity, stuff like that. So you just got to understand time and money. Those are resources for marketing. Now, break down my first wholesaling deal. I did bandit signs. I had $300, not a lot of money, but I was willing to put in the time to put bandit signs out outside my high school wrestling tournaments. And it was great because I had a high school wrestling in Port St. Lucie High School. So I'd go there, outside there, and then went to Treasure Coast High School. And then I had to go all the way up to Vero Beach High School and then take it out, put bandit signs out there. It worked really well for me. What I could tell you is time and money. Those are your resources. You have to understand yourself this. No one talks about this stuff. I don't know why, but if you're not getting the deals you deserve or the deals you want to do, just think about that for a second. All right. Think about it. If you do not have the time, you're going to have to pour in the money. Guys, you can't get the best of both worlds. I know people that say, Zach, I have no time and I have no money. How do I get deals? I'm like, what? And it just drives me crazy is because it's like, Zach, it's like working out, like losing weight. Losing weight is basically two resources for losing weight or gaining weight. Calories eaten and calories burned. That's what it is. Don't give me that stupid, but if it's your macros, I don't care what your macros, your macros, it all comes down to calories. All right. I don't get a whole health debate with you guys, but for 99% of people that have a six pack, they could tell me this is the truth. All right. You got calories in and calories out. That is what it is. Same thing with a business. Money in, money out. Calories in, calories out. Some calories are worse than others. If you're bodybuilding, you need protein and all that stuff. I get it, right? You need nutrition, but if you want to lose weight in general, how many calories do you put in? How many calories do you burn? Working out and eating, right? How many calories did you put in eating it? And how many calories did you do working out, running, walking, regular, stuff? Your metabolic rate. See, calories burn though, your metabolic rate's in there, right? And so the thing is, if you tell me you want to lose weight, you can't eat 7,000 calories and sit on the couch all day. Vice versa, if you want to gain weight, you can't go eat a chicken salad and a protein shake and eat 500 calories and expect to gain weight if you're skinny, right? It's impossible. You can't get the best of both worlds. It doesn't work like that. Oh, Zach, I want to make $1 million. You want to make $1 million, but you're spending $5 million and you're only taking it in 4. You're not making $1 million doing that, right? You got to make changes. So once you understand this, that time and money are resources, I can do deals with just time. I don't need money, right? And if I only had money and I had no time, unfortunately, it's going to be hard, but you can still hire people. I'm telling you guys right now, in wholesaling real estate, you're going to have time. Time is going to be the most important part. But you could still do an hour a day and still make a ton of money. Okay. An hour a day. I'm telling you right now, you can do an hour a day because I only spend probably 3 to 4 hours max, pretty much a week wholesaling, right? Just flipping. I do content about wholesaling. I don't consider my rentals, Airbnb, other stuff like wholesaling. So 3 to 4 hours wholesaling. I probably work 10 hours a week. I'm just being legit honest with you when it comes to just business stuff. All right. This I consider a hobby. This makes me $0. Actually, probably I lose money doing content, but that's for another day of how much sneaking money I have to spend keeping this stuff up. Tens of thousands every single month just to host freewholesaling.com. Tens of thousands just to have servers up because I have hundreds of thousands of people on a private website, freewholesaling.com, which you guys, I spend a ton of money on. So go to freewholesaling.com, make it worthwhile for me. But I can tell you guys, I don't have a lot of time I put into wholesaling, but I put a ton of money in it. But I make a ton of money doing that too. So you have to understand that time and money are going to be your resources. You have to have a serious conversation with yourself. Am I putting in the time I need to? Am I doing big boy time or big boy money to put in my marketing? Guys, I haven't met one wholesaler doing over $1 million a year in net profits that doesn't put big boy money in or big boy time in. I had a dinner, I think last month or a month before that, of talking to a guy. He does big boy numbers in wholesaling, and very rarely someone hits me up and they, pick my brain for dinner or whatever. And very rarely, but this person's making over close to $1 million, not just $1 million, but close to it. And I just want to get an insight on this person. And you start talking to these people, like legit, they just show you their whole business, and they put big boy money in and big boy action. That's what it takes. So you got to understand, in wholesaling real estate, how much time do you legit need to put in? If you're serious, and I'm telling everyone serious, if you're serious about doing a deal a week, you need to put in 25 hours a week strictly in marketing. Now, I would prefer you pour some money into this and pour the money in with the time. That would be the best. But I want to give you a game plan if you got not much money to do this. And then I'll give you a game plan if you do have money, right? That's pretty much what it's going to be. And so that being said, we're pushing things hard here. All right. So let's talk about this. You need to put in 25 hours a week strictly for your marketing. That's what I think everybody should do this for. All right. 25 hours a week strictly in your marketing. Now, that being said, you need to put 25 hours a week in your marketing. What are you going to put in? What do you have to do? Right. I'll tell everybody, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you drop 50K into your marketing every single day. You just got to follow this. Okay. And so let's break it down. If you're in a position right now, you got 25 hours, that's all I'm asking for you, do this. Here's the thing. I've never met one person, and I'm being legitimately honest with you. Like I have to tell you from the bottom of my soul, I can tell you this. I have not met one person that does what I'm about to tell you every single week that doesn't make at least 50K a month. Not one person. I don't know one person. I don't know one dang person. So that's why I'm being said. You're going to know this is big boy stuff I'm about to tell you. But the stuff you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So let me break it down. I get people I tell and they complain like, oh, Zach, I don't want to do that though. You don't deserve the 50K a month. 50K a month, they don't give that out like candy. In the wholesaling industry doesn't give 50K a month out to everyone. I know starting out in business, I didn't deserve 50K a month. Because I didn't get 50K a month. I didn't deserve to because I didn't do the work it took. You deserve what you get. You deserve what you put in. So let's break it down. Let's just get into it. Number one, I want you to pull all the government lists. All of them. But what about, nope. One of them. All of them. Not one of them, all of them. All. Code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, probates, code violations. Did I say code violations? Arrest records. You can go out here, the evictions list. Like Zach, but I'm a baller. I make 100K a month. I don't care. You're still losing out on deals if you're not doing this. You are 100%. If you are not doing the tax delinquency list, you're losing out on deals. I don't care how much money. I get people making 100K a month. I tell them that try the government list. Put it as an experimental section. And they always do it and they always make a ton of money and they always thank me after. Zach, can I just give you 10 grand? That was great advice. No, I don't want your stupid money. All right. I probably should take the money, but I'm like, just give it to St. Jude, whatever. And there are some people that actually do that. They actually try to give me checks and I'm like, just give it to St. Jude. And they give it, I give it to them. They do give checks to St. Jude. And that's what I tell everyone, just give it I love St. Jude. I don't get on a tangent. I got my wrestling team. He was in St. Jude as a kid and saved his life. So I love St. Jude. So shout out to them. I love donating to them. But great people. I don't talk about that stuff though. But I tell everyone, you get any value from me, just donate it. All right. But government lists. All right. Even the big ballers, they don't do government lists because they think they're too good for it. But government lists isn't something that takes away from your business. It's something you add on. Because most big wholesalers just pull a big list. They pull a big software service and then just go send it direct mail out. That's what most of them do. But if you add in government lists, it's just another section of it. It's a whole different side of the equation. All right. It's a whole different thing most people aren't doing. I have a cap on my drinks now. If you know, you know. But I'll tell you right now, government lists, pull all of them. And if you are a baller with a bunch of money, put that money, okay? Put all that cash, because you're a baller, into VAs to go pull the list for you. Do it. If you're such a big baller and you're too good for government lists, pay a VA $8 an hour to go pull the government list for you. Right? Just do it if you're such a big baller. If you're not a baller, go to freewholesaling.com and learn how to do it, and I'll show you, right? Now, once we get that, we're going to add in all of our paid lists. And the paid list is just as much as you can afford. And so let's say you can do 10,000 SMS text blasts a month. Then we only need to have 10,000. So if I'm going to do 10,000, I would add some vacants, stacked, texting pre-foreclosures on there. Heck, I'd throw some pre-probates in there, right? Like just as much as I get for 10,000 that works, then we do it from there, right? Like I can't tell you, because unfortunately, you could probably pull 60,000 paid lists a month, but most people can't do that. So I would rather go at a motivation scale, which I'm going to share in this one. But that's what I'm going to do. And then I would, as many leads as we can afford, I would put them through the big 3 marketing channels. That's it. 3 big marketing channels. What are the big 3 marketing channels? All right. 3 big marketing channels. And what I mean by the big 3 marketing channels, okay? They're not included on my notes today. But all right, what are the 3 big marketing channels? There are only 3 channels you should be using for wholesaling real estate if you're doing big baller stuff. All right. There's extra ones, but they're not ones I'm big fans of. And so what are the 3 marketing channels? The big 3. Cold calling, SMS, and direct mail. That is, I've said this forever, but that is what it is. Now, reverse drawing for dollars, I do include it in direct mail because a sticky note is a direct mail piece. So it is included in my opinion. And direct mail can be probate mailers, which I show you how to do it for free at freewholesaling.com. But once you understand in this business that most wholesaling deals are done through the big 3, that's it. Like there's people that do SEO, PPC, Facebook ads. Those do work. That's big. If you're not dropping 12, 13, 14, 15 grand, most people SEO, PPC, Facebook are at 40, 50 grand a month in marketing. Like that's guys, I know those people. All right. It's expensive. TV ads. I've done radio ads. I've done them all. And what I can tell you is the big 3 are going to give me the best ROI. And so pull as many of those leads as you can and just put them through the big 3. That's it. I don't want to complicate this for you guys. I know people go and tell me like, Zach, but you didn't include that I need this $5,000 a month CRM. I don't care about your stupid expensive CRM. That ain't the point. Put them through the big 3 marketing channels. Cold calling, SMS, direct mail. Zach, how do I cold call? How do I text blast? How do I do it? Guys, go to freewholesaling.com. Freewholesaling.com. I'll show you cold calling. How to cold call. You can see my live cold calls, my scripts, all that stuff, right? I have a brand new cold calling guide we just put into freewholesaling.com. So that's pretty baller. And next one's SMS. SMS always changes. But yeah, we have SMS right now, which we've had to change on the time. So we got the AI scripts for SMS text blasting. We actually have automated texting direct to carrier now. And basically what that means is there's no opt-out language anymore, no Twilio, no EIN, none of that stupid stuff. We had to change it up. But that is at smszach.com because I get asked all the time. I got 5 comments yesterday like, Zach, I tried doing SMS and they want me to opt out EIN. I'm like, no. Just go to smszach.com, have the AI write your script for you. The AI's done perfectly where it will not say the words that don't work out. And it's pretty much as good as you can. So smszach.com, I do get asked that a lot. And a lot of people will do the wrong SMS carrier and they'll do SMS and fail miserably. I do not want you to waste your money. But Zach, this SMS carrier is cheaper. It's cheaper by $200-$300 a month. But if that carrier bans you, which Twilio is banning people left and right now. I want you guys to understand. One guy I know in North Carolina, he's not the biggest wholesale in the world, but he's comfortable. You know, I think, what is he? 30 grand a month, I think he's close to 40K a month, probably pushing it even higher than that right now. He's balling out. And he just got one of his biggest he was a huge on this cheap SMS text blasting service. And he was actually make a ton of money with it. Twilio just banned him. Gave him the middle finger. Screwed, right? And a lot of this, Twilio is banning everybody right now. And so what I want you to understand here that Twilio ain't doing too well. They're banning a lot of the wholesalers, but that's why you have to have a service. There's only one service in the entire country right now that is direct to carrier, which means there's no Twilio. Literally, the service will text it for you. They have their own phone numbers. They do it. It's like texting off your phone. smsact.com. And so I'm not here to sell you on it. I just want you to know that either you do it or your competition is going to do it. There's no opt-out language that they all have. Click opt-out to stop. No. smsact.com. It's a little more expensive than the cheap carriers, but it's because you have to have the AI for it. It's direct to carrier, so it's a lot more expensive, and there's no Twilio. It ain't cheap. I think it's $500 a month for 10,000 texts. So I think it's 4 to 5 cents per text. It ain't cheap, but it has a bunch of stuff. You get free text for drip campaigns, which we do all the time. So yeah, you actually get free drip campaigns. I'm pretty sure. So you can actually, when someone doesn't do it, it'll actually drip every 90 days on a follow-up sequence for you. smsact.com. It ain't cheap, but yeah, it's insane. So I don't like telling people, oh, use this software when I do it, but like, it's very rare I tell you there's one software that is only working right now in wholesaling. It's going to be SMS, because I don't need to pour a bunch of money into this and you get banned from Twilio. So SMS the right way, smsact.com. We're working right now to get tutorials and like full breakdowns on how to do it. But right now, smsact.com. Now, next, direct mail. Obviously, you want to do direct mail the right way. Just go to mailingmastery.com, show you how to do that right. But honestly, reverse drawing for dollars is probably the best thing for it. Second best thing is probate mailers, which cost probably 50 cents to send out each. I give it out for free at wholesaling.com. As you know, Rick used to sell the course in 2015 before Flip with Rick was a thing, for this YouTube channel was a thing. And he sold the course out. And that course was just showing you how to do probate mailers. And he made a lot of people a lot of money with it. And then we sold the rights to that because we didn't want to sell courses anymore. And we started Flip with Rick, I think in 2019, 2018, whatever this channel started. And we don't have access to it anymore. We're allowed to have a copy of it. But we're still trying to find a way with a lawyer to get the rights back to it. But the person still sells it, unfortunately. But the moral of the story of why we talk about that is because so many people made so much stinking money just doing probate mailers. And he had a stinking course on it. And he sold so much of that. It was so crazy. But if you talk to a wholesaler that's been wholesaling for over 10 years, they all know about it. But we had to create our own system of that in freewholesaling.com. So the reason why I said that is Rick used to sell a course before I started wholesaling. And when I started wholesaling, it stopped. But what I could tell you is we had to revamp that little course and made it free and put it inside of freewholesaling.com. So don't buy, I don't know who the guy is that owns it, but he does sell it and he makes money off of people from our brand, which drives me nuts. But honestly, if you still buy it, I still think it's worth it. But what I could tell you is at freewholesaling.com, we have a variant of it, which is pretty much as good, I could tell you. So go to freewholesaling.com. It's free, probate mailer section. You can just download it and do it from there. It works very, very well. And so, yeah, that's honestly what I could tell you there. But yeah, cold calling, SMS, direct mail, those are the three. So let's break down, without further ado, my action plan for beginners. My action plan for beginners here. So honestly, for most people, that's what you should do. But what if you're broke? You don't have the money for it. You can't SMS, direct mail. You can't cold call. You can't do all the stuff, right? It drives me crazy when I get this all the time. But what I want you to understand is my action plan for beginners right now. If you're broke, you got to get really serious about putting your time in. And if you're really serious about putting your time in, this will be perfect for you. So let's talk about it. Number one, you need to put in 3 steps right now. Okay, let's break down the 3 steps. You broke, you want to get into it. All right. Number one, I want you to reverse drive for dollars about 400 in a week. That's a lot. That's 7 days, right? So what's the math here? 400 for 7 days. 57 a day. That's not impossible, right? I want you to just reverse drive for dollars 200 ugly house leads from just regular driving for dollars. Where do I drive for dollars? It's all in freewholesaling.com. 200 sticky notes on code violations. Oh, there's only 100 code violations. All right, do 100 on pre-foreclosures. Figure out a government list you can put on there. So 400 sticky notes is step one. One deal a week, 400 sticky notes. You'll get calls in. Sticky note says, hey, this is Zach. I had a quick question about your property. Please give me a call back. You answer it. What do I say? Hey, this is Zach. Me and my partner are looking to buy a couple of houses in the area. He told me that might be one that's in our criteria. So we put a sticky note on the house because we didn't want to bother you and knock on your door. That's it. And so, well, why you put the sticky note? Because I didn't want to bother you and call you and text you. You probably get bombarded with texts and calls. That's why we sent it. Oh, okay, that's fine. And then you just, hey, are you looking to sell your house? And you go whole MCTP, get the deal done, right? That's step one. That should take you about 12 hours. 12 hours, all right? And so if I do the math here, it's 400. 400 divided by 12, about 33. That's a lot, but honestly, what I can tell you is there's worse things to do. 12 hours for 400, that's a lot, but I think it's worth it. And so this brings us back to step two. So now we put the 12 hours in there. I only have 25. What am I going to do? Step two, we are going to cold call all the no replies. So what does that mean? If I do 400 trying for dollars leads, all right, 400 reverse trying for dollars leads, sticky notes, I'm probably going to get a 40% response rate. All right. That means I'm going to get 160 calls and I'm going to just get yes or no, but I'm going to have 240 no replies. That means we're going to cold call the 240 replies. Of the 240 replies, we are probably going to get 25% response rate, which means we're going to need 90 answers. Okay, that's step two. Out of 400, 160 call, and then we're going to call 70 of them that are going to answer, and then we're left with just 180, and we're going to do step three on that one. But all the non-replies, we're going to go cold call them. And then on top of that, we're going to cold call all the probates. We're going to cold call all the tired landlords, all the vacants, and all the stacked lists. Guys, if you don't know how to do stacked lists, I highly recommend you go to freewholesaling.com. We actually did a full AI video of how ChatGPT can actually help you stack your own list for you for free, cost zero money at all. Or if it will be uploaded today. The editor's working on it. They got to code that thing in there. Ain't cheap. But what I can tell you is if you go to my last live stream yesterday, it will be on there. But just go to the AI section in wholesaling, freewholesaling.com. Yes, I added an AI section under advanced category, and I'll show you how to stack your list for you. Should take about 8 hours with ZachDialer.com with a cold calling dialer. But if you have a dialer, you can hand dial it. Ain't cheap because it's expensive with your time. But if you cold call it, about 8 hours to do all that. It's a lot. But what I can tell you is you're going from basically that, and then we'll get let's say a 20% response rate on that. That means from there, we have 180 left to the drawing for dollars in an answer. We're going to text blast all the no replies from step 1 and 2. We should get a 20% response rate. That means out of the 400, we are going to have a 64% rate of getting a yes or no from those 400 sticky notes. That's huge. 64% reply rate, which is unheard of in this industry. Because I called them and I texted them. All right. And then on top of that, we're going to go text blast any other no replies on the cold calls. That being said, that's seriously big boy numbers. That means from all the cold calls and all the government lists, everyone that doesn't answer me, we're going to call them. Everyone that doesn't answer the call, we're going to text them. And that means for an entire list that person got called, text, sticky note, they got hit from 3 angles. You subconsciously didn't know that. They got hit with the sticky note, they got hit with a call, and they got hit with a text. They got hit with all the wait, I told you I didn't want to do all the big 3 marketing channels. We just did them. Subconsciously, you just did them. You did all 3 marketing channels with no money at all. Gotcha! Right? Guys, you have to use the big 3 marketing channels. That's what the action plan is all about today. You hit them with the direct mail, which is the reverse drive for dollars. If you have money, do direct mail. You hit them all with the cold call, and you hit them all with the text blast. And it's not that hard. It's 5 hours, 8 hours, and 12. That's 25 hours. And then from there, I can tell you straight up from there, you got to do one last thing. Get serious about your follow-ups. Like legit serious right now. I just did a wholesaling deal. And I was going down the call rail and I looked at all the recordings on that deal. 16 calls, about 7 minutes each for a virtual wholesaling deal made 40 grand. 16. I can't make this stuff up. 16 calls our acquisitions managers had to make in follow-ups and calling and following up on the cash buyers and following up on the deal and all this stuff just to get the deal. 16. You think I'm serious? I'm dead serious about follow-ups. 16. But 40 grand, is it worth it? I think it's worth it for one deal. But you have to ask yourself, are you serious? It's up to you. But if you're not serious about doing wholesaling deals, you're not going to be serious about follow-up. You have to get serious. If you're not serious about this business, I don't know what to tell you. But you have to get serious with your follow-ups. And that, guys and gals, is how you get exactly one wholesaling deal a week. Now, if you're doing virtual, you can't drive for dollars. I would add more lists. I would probably add paid lists. There's no paid. Actually, there are some paid lists on there. So there are paid lists. I would add more paid lists on top and just market more if I'm virtual. That's what it is. Oh, my market's too small. If your market's too small, then you need to go virtual and just do virtual, right? That's the truth. A lot of people don't want to know the truth, but that's the truth. So step by step, guys, that's how you get one deal every single week. You usually have to spend a lot of money for that info, but it's info I want to give absolutely for free because you guys deserve it. I really do. And so, like I've said before, me and Rick have to spend tens of thousands of dollars every single month just to host freewholesaling.com. Tens of thousands of dollars every single month just for salaries for the editors on the channel. And probably another 10K just in equipment and studio stuff. So I spend a lot of money to make no money just to give to the wholesaling community and my community here free wholesaling content. A lot of people don't want us to do this. It makes no sense to drop close to millions of dollars in total over years for free wholesaling content. But I truly believe that me spending this millions of dollars will just get poured into the community and will make everybody better wholesalers and honestly change lives. That's why I do it. So I get asked all the time, Zach, why do you pour close to, not 100K, but like close to 50, 60K a month just for content, video hosting, all this stuff, hundreds of thousands of people. Guys, I spend thousands of dollars just to text you guys confirmation for freewholesaling.com. Why do I do that? Because I truly believe in you. So I want you to understand this. I'm not doing this to brag. I'm not doing that. I'm saying this. We spend all this money to literally lose money to do this. And obviously we make YouTube pays us, but it doesn't even cover anything. Okay. It doesn't cover anything. We got affiliate links. It doesn't cover the monthly cost of this thing. But I truly believe with the goodwill I give to the people that you will be in debt to a point of what I'm doing. So you would actually be, okay, Zach believed in me so hard. He's dropping all this money just to teach me free wholesaling content. If he is spending all this money and losing money off of this just to believe in me and to support me, I got to support myself. I got to believe in Zach believes in me so hard. He drops all this money just to give free content to me that I better believe it. I was always on the DL about telling people how much money I spend just to keep this alive. But I truly believe I need to be transparent with you guys so you understand. I believe in you guys so hard that I'm willing to drop all this cash just to help you out. And because I make so much money in my wholesaling business, I can do this. I look at it as a form of charity to a point. But you know what's more expensive than all this? I want you guys to understand this, just to get you guys pumped up to wholesale. You know what's more valuable than me dropping 40, 50K a month in just this content every single month? Editors, salaries, all these people. It's my time. You guys see how much time I put in this business. You guys see how much time I put into the free content. Guys, this is stuff, if I just put into extra, I could probably make an extra honestly 50, 60K a month. Why do I give all this time for myself that I know I can't get back? Because I truly believe that it's going to be the things that change your life. I truly believe it's going to come back to you guys so you can feed your families and provide for you and change your life. The 18, 19-year-olds that are getting the first deal. I think a little Mel, 10 grand from a water shutoff lead he got there, right? I tell you, I truly believe over time it will make me money doing this. The JV deals, but that's a separate that's a separate entity. So I can't write off JV deals and write it off of the expenses. I have to run a loss on this, the way we do it. But guys, I spend so much of my time and money. So I come back here. I want you guys to understand this. When I say your time and money are your resources, I'm dropping so much money and so much time into this so you can start wholesaling. And so you got to understand, that's my skin in the game for this. I'm dropping all my time and money for you guys so you can get started with no money at all. Nobody else in the game that's doing this because it makes zero financial sense. I spend more money on just giving guys free wholesaling content than most of these gurus even make selling courses. Think about that for a second. And for most of these gurus that are wholesaling, I spend more money on free content to give to you guys. I probably spend more money on video editors than 90% of gurus make on wholesaling. All right, because they make less than 200 grand a year. And that being said, if I'm dropping all this money, you must get your first wholesaling deal, or this is in vain. Okay, there's people on here that do the first wholesaling deal, and they don't put what I do in vain. But some of you guys are doing everything I do, and all the thing I'm giving to you guys in vain. You're literally giving it in vain. I spend all this money to help you guys for free, and you're just sitting on your butt. Like, dude, I don't do this for you to sit on your butt all day and do nothing. I do this so you can go out here, take control of your life, and change your life, your kid's life, your mom's life, your dad's life, your wife, your husband's life. I don't care. I do this for them. Guys, I'm taking care of the rest of my life. I'm good. I'm Gucci on the money. But are you Gucci on your money? I'm trying to get you there. I spend all this money so I can get you to that point. Guys, I try to let you know. I do this for you. And if you are not willing to, if I'm pouring this money and time because I believe in you, why don't you believe in yourself? Do I got to drop another 50K in stuff just to get you? I don't think so. Drives me nuts. It's crazy, right? Like, I mean, I tell you, I don't do this to make my ego feed my ego. I do this so I can get the best high quality content for you, my time and everything, so you can get your first wholesaling deal. I want you to be a person that goes out here and doesn't do what I do in vain. All right. They don't spend the money that me and Rick put in vain. So that's what I'm telling you. If you're serious about it, go to freewholesaling.com. That's it. freewholesaling.com. Go there, learn this business. Oh, I get all the time, Zach, there's too many videos in there. Because your guru has 4 videos on his course, and that's all he does. And he has 1 Zoom a week. Guys, if you're not willing to put the time into freewholesaling.com to go through the entire thing, to actually legit learn it the right way, guys, it's like being good at wholesaling is like learning a language. You ain't going to learn Spanish in a weekend, okay? You got to learn Spanish over time. And how do you learn Spanish? All my people that have learned Spanish, not that are born learning Spanish, but like people that legit had to learn Spanish or like Mandarin or French or whatever, you have to go speak the language, right? You have to speak it. You have to go to a household that speaks Spanish and speak with the local population, right? That's how you get really good at learning a language. freewholesaling.com, you learn it, you learn the language, which is wholesaling, and then you start doing the language. You start talking to people that know the language, and then you get way better at it, right? Treat it like learning a language. Talk to the locals, start getting it. That's it. So guys, me and Rick don't do this to make myself feel good. It makes absolutely no sense what I do, but I do it for you. And so go out here, man. Guys and gals, go do it. I don't do this to make myself feel good. I do it for you. I believe in you. So if I believe in you, believe in yourself. So let's get some questions. We're going to answer some questions today and see how I can help the people out. Guys, let's get it going. Let's do it. Let's share how I can help you become a better wholesaler. And I'll tell everyone, I will tell people that there is another good reason why I keep every single month. I actually spend more money hosting everything because I get an extra 10, 12,000 people a month in freehousing.com. So the server bill literally goes up by 10% every single month. It doubles every year, which is, guys, I don't think I spend tens of thousands just to keep servers up every single month. Guys, you got to remember, it ain't 5-minute videos you guys watch. You guys watch hundreds of hours every single day, each person sometimes. Not each person, but like each person, they'll watch 2-hour videos all the time. It's expensive. But I do it because every single time I help people out in my own wholesaling business, I don't know. I don't call it karma. I don't want to call it like from above or something, but I just make more money. And the amount of revenue I always make in my wholesaling business always outpaces the expensive stuff like this. So that's another reason why I do it. I don't do it for a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it works really well. So yeah, let me go answer some questions, see how I can help you guys out, and let you know. But yeah, I also want to tell everybody, I've been getting asked a lot of questions of, Zach, can you do some live texting? Can you do some live cold calling on a dialer and all this stuff? I do want to say this. I got to be on the deal on this because YouTube's going to be mad. I recorded, all right, a live cold calling on dialer, screenshot, audio, all that stuff. Also did it for SMS text blasting on SMS Zach. Guess what happened? YouTube and Facebook struck it down because of their privacy policy. So YouTube, that's why I can't live stream it, and then I'm going to get a strike on YouTube. I don't have any strikes on YouTube, but guys, I get 3 strikes, the channel goes down. So I'm very protective. So I uploaded it, okay? I've uploaded it on a private YouTube because I was going to see if YouTube is going to strike it, and they struck it down. So that's why I have a bunch of Gmails just to test it out. So I did like a minute of me doing the text blasting to see what happens. Copyright strike. Not a copyright. It was a policy strike. And so if I do a text blast live, I'm going to get, this channel will be banned. So I can't do that. The only thing I've figured out, and I want everyone to understand this, is FSBO somehow, because it's public, YouTube lets me do it. But I'm not letting this channel go down. Okay. Why do you think I have 4 YouTube channels? I have 4 YouTube channels because I know YouTube one day is just going to give me middle finger, try to ban me. The censorship's real. Why do you think I have a Facebook group with all these people? Censorship is real, guys. So I get all this, Zach, why don't you do this? I want to do it. Guys, I want to go release live. Guys, I have close to 1,000 hours of actual live calls of my team closing deals. But because of the policy, privacy policy, if I release some of them, I know YouTube's going to strike it down. And so we're thinking of ways right now of like creating a new private server, and maybe having people go on that private server. And then because it's done on I actually have it on my, I'm learning how to like code my own private website where you guys can see it so I don't get censored. Someone said, go put it on Rumble. So I might do that. If anyone's got suggestions, let me know. But I want everyone to understand, because I get asked all the time, Zach, why don't you do this or this or this or this or this or this? It's like, if I post it on YouTube or Facebook, they're legit going to try to ban me. So we're looking on how to make a private like server. Guys, also, I want everyone to understand this. I actually made a private chat on Facebook, like a Discord for Facebook for the group. And guess what happened? It got banned because somebody posted a deal and Facebook didn't like it. Cut off. Someone talked about the president in a bad way and it got cut off. And so the censorship's real. YouTube's probably going to demonetize this video. I don't care. I'm going after suggestions, but I want you guys to understand, like, I'm not trying to withhold information from you guys. I'm not trying to withhold the info I think you guys need. But I'm trying to figure out a way where we can go out here and actually put the stuff I want to. I have one call right now where I closed a lady, but I gave out 4 addresses I bought for cash to the lady. and YouTube put a strike on that one. And so I'm getting strikes on YouTube, not on any of the main channels, but on private ones to test it out. So we are working. We're going to try to find a way to make like a private thing. Not feeling good about dropping all this money on it, but we're getting limited. And so we're working on a way to make an unlimited version of it. But probably dropping another 20K a month on it, but we're working on it right now. But I want everyone to understand I am getting swathed with this all the time. Like, Zach, can you do this or do this? Or I'm like, I want to so bad, but I'm gonna get the axe on YouTube, and I can't do that right now. So I just want everybody to understand, because I get requests all the time. Can you do this or this or this or that? I'm working on it. And so I literally have to work a workaround on how to teach you guys SMSZach.com, because there's so much private information I can't give out. If you don't believe me, go literally look up people doing it. It's not there anymore. And so that's why I have to heavily edit our live cold calls that I release as videos. So we're not doing that like crazy. So that's what we're doing. Private server in Panama. I'll look at it. I want to make sure it's legit, fast, speedy, and stuff. But I want everyone to understand this, that I am working on solutions, but it's very difficult. And so I'm also working on some other great stuff. So keep that on the DL for now. But I do want everyone to know you guys have been asking for it, and I just want, in my heart, I don't need to feel like I'm like dissing anybody. I probably am giving out 60% of the info I want to give out to you guys. It's about 40% left that is just YouTube won't let me post. And so I'm working on a workaround on it. I think a Patreon's kind of weird and stupid, because I don't want to do that. But like, I'm working on things to do it right. And so we're working on it. I think Rick said, he's like, why don't you just make an event, make it free, everyone comes, and I can just, Kanye, he's not the biggest, I'm not the biggest fan of him currently, but stuff he's done. But like, he has these things where he'll sell at a stadium, and he'll release his album. And I think there's some private chats and calls I've done where I want to put a stadium and just do a private event and just click all my private stuff for YouTube not to watch. But that's for a different story. So thanks for my rant, guys. I just want you guys to understand I'm not trying to stop you from getting the best content. I can give you the stuff I can right now. YouTube's letting me. And we're working on private servers and all that stuff. But let me know if that's something you guys would want to do, because I don't want to spend 20K just to have 30 people a month go watch a private server video. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would want. But yeah, no, if I make unlisted videos, the algorithm still picks it up no matter what, unfortunately. So yeah, I've tried it all. I've tried the unlisted. I tried it all, but drives me nuts. So, all right. Let me know if that's something you guys want. If not, no big deal. Let me answer some questions while we do it, and let's get it going. So Olivia says, how do I deal with a seller that has kind of issues, and how do I get that has those kind of issues? How do I get in the closing table? Let me see what issues you're talking about. How do I talk to seller that has those kind of issues? Okay. How do I talk to seller that is under substance abuse issues? Now, that's a serious question, right? If someone has substance abuse issues, my best thing I would tell you is, I've actually done deals with people that have substance abuse issues, all this. I never write a contract when anyone's under the influence. I will always get a family member. And this is what I do. This is a quick secret. I'll always ask a family member to come with me that is sober, and kind of do it together so they feel comfortable. So once I had a grandpa that was an alcoholic, and I had the son come with me, and I explained to the son and the guy. I couldn't tell if he was under an influence or not, but I had the son just so he felt comfortable. He's like, yeah, just sell the house. I don't care. But I had a family member there just to make sure they're good. On top of that too, I'll tell you that if anybody's over the age of 70, I always like the kid to go on there. I always like the kids to be there, because if they're just too old, I want someone there to know that, hey, I'm not taking advantage of the grandpa or something like that. That'd be cool too. But yeah, that's it. All right, let's see here. Tremaine says, will you ever release a physical or ebook? Great to have all this info. I would like to do an ebook, but I don't feel comfortable charging you guys for information. You know, I'm not opposed for charging someone for like an hour of my time, but I've never done that. Like, okay, that's my time. I kind of get it. But like, I never want to charge somebody for like information. And so even if it's like, what was a book cost? $10 a book. I wouldn't feel good about charging $10 a book. It just feels weird to me. I kind of feel like something against the grain of what we do. But I don't know. I know a book would take me a lot of time to do. I'm a video guy. But I mean, I'll look into it. But a book, the thing would look like it'd be as thick as the Bible, honestly. If I had to do a full real estate one, it could be cool. You know, there's this guy out here. I always have this book, How Real Estate Fortunes Are Made. This is a book right here from the 70s about, he literally from the 70s, right? From the 70s, this guy, George Bockel, this book isn't even online. I think I need to scan. I should honestly scan this book because this book isn't online anymore. Okay. Like it's not even online. 72. They don't have an online version of this, but I should probably get the rights. Honestly, maybe I buy the rights to this thing and give it to you guys. He poured his entire brain of real estate into 250 pages. So that'd be a book I'd probably try to do in the future, but yeah, it'd be crazy. I'll look into a book. Raphael says, you don't get censored on OnlyFans. Hey, honestly, maybe I'll just make an OnlyFans. All right. Maybe make an OnlyFans. Oh Lord. An OnlyFans. Yeah. Zach with his OnlyFans. I'll, for wholesaling knowledge. I don't know about that because then you're charging. So but it just drives me crazy. But yeah, I'll look into it. I was going to, that's for a different day, but let's see here. Scott says, hey, Zach, hope this message finds you well. Just want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude for being a member of your real estate group. Before joining your group, I struggled to find success in the industry, spent thousands of dollars on courses that proved to be useless and left me feeling hopeless. However, after discovering your free course, I quickly realized the wealth of knowledge and experience you have to offer. Your teachings have been invaluable for my real estate. Appreciate it, man. Love the kind words. I appreciate you. Enkel says, if you want to lose weight, don't eat. Pounds will melt. Yeah, that's true. Oh my Lord. OnlyFans is free. Oh, I'll look into it. Free OnlyFans. Free OnlyFans. I'm gonna write a note on that. All right. Maybe I'll do that. All right. Shake my butt. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, we're working on it. Don't worry about it. I want you guys, I didn't say that to upset anyone. I'm saying that we will find a solution. I always do. So we'll figure it out. All right. Let's see here. Make sure you guys are always networking the comments. So hey, I know someone said, hey, I'm in San Antonio. Who wants to partner up here and hit me up, talk about real estate? That's always fun. Shout out to Victor. See, he's got a cool name. He has his IG on there. Make sure you guys are connecting more on here. Make it a community. All right, let's get it. Let's see here. Let's see. Anthony said, I have a seller who is motivated to sell in Buffalo, but has a squatter in there. Can I still do a deal here if I get locked up for the right price? Will the squatter ruin the deal? The squatter won't ruin the deal, but what I could tell you is having a squatter in a property, you're going to have to learn what to do with it, right? So I can have a cash buyer come in and I can have them buy the deal with the squatter in it, and then they evict it, and then we get a good deal from the seller, pass it on to them. That's something you can do. It just depends on what you want to do there. But let me do some one-on-ones. I always want to do some one-on-ones. So let's see here. So if you guys want to do a one-on-one, all you have to do is go to my free wholesaling real estate Facebook group. Wholesaling Houses for Real. It's the largest mastermind in the country. That's it. Now everyone's networking the comments. All right. So yeah, just go here, www.facebook.com/group/wholesaling houses for real. And once you get into that one, you will be able to hop on and talk to me on here. And let's get it. All right. Wholesaling houses for real. go to the top here and click here, Zach Ginn, and click StreamYard. You go on here, talk to me absolutely for free. Now, I'll tell you this. My Facebook group, we are at 91,400. We're close to 100,000. I know soon we'll get to it. The coming months we'll hit 100,000. I remember the Facebook group had 300 people in it, and I did one-on-ones with everyone. I did one-on-ones with everyone. They all hopped on a Zoom, and we all did Zooms once a week with each other after my live streams, and it was awesome. Now we have 91,000. A little harder to get on, but I try to talk to as many people as I possibly can. So we're working on it. So let's get it. First one, we got Zolfeta. Hello. Hello. Yo, Victor. Victor, can you hear me? Victor. Your audio, go to settings and try to change the audio. I can't hear you. Victor. Oh. Yeah, I can't hear you. Victor, let me do one thing, all right? I'm going to kick you out and then come back in. That usually fixes it, all right? All right. So I'm going to kick him out. Not to be mean, but he's going to come back in and we're going to talk to him. Because there's a very main reason why I want to go talk to Victor right here. All right. Let's see here. He wants to hop back on here. See who's back on. We're working on him back on. Victor. All right, let's go touch someone else really here. Alexander.
Yo,
What's up, man?
how's it going?
I'm good, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
So I got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind, real quick. My first question is, I've been skip tracing off of a prop stream, and I get a lot of numbers back that say DNC, do not call. Should I not be calling those numbers?
It's up to you.
Because I like see on I just read online that like people can sue you and shit like that for calling a do not call number, and I just be worried. I'm only using Google Voice right now. I don't have enough money for SMS Zach at the moment, but
So if you are, the DNC is a weird one because it's telemarketing, right? That's what the DNC is for. It's for telemarketing. Now, when you're telemarketing, the legal definition is you're encouraging the buying or selling of something, right? So that means you're either encouraging them to buy something from you or you're trying to sell something to them, right?
Okay.
And so are you selling a product to the person you're calling?
No.
Are you trying to get them to buy something?
No.
Are you going to try to get them to invest in something? That's the next definition.
No.
Are you telemarketing?
Not at all.
It's a gray area. And so
yeah.
no lawyer in the right mind is going to go try that. Because you know why? Nobody calls somebody and says, hey, can I buy your house? That's a very rare thing. No one really ever calls that. Because they made the law for people trying to sell, like, you get the auto warranty deed like thing.
Yeah.
Bro, I get that like 4 times. I used to get that a lot more.
All the time.
They're trying to get you to buy car insurance from them. Guess what? I actually am okay with them making a law against it because they're trying to stop those people.
Yeah.
Us, they're not going after us, bro. And the people that get threatened to sue, they never sue. And if it ever goes to court, you ain't going to win. And so it never really happened. So I'm just letting you know it. And here's the honest thing too. It doesn't stop someone from trying to sue you though. Alexander, I could sue you because I don't like the way you look right now. I could do it. I can find a lawyer that's okay with it and I can try to go after you. Am I going to win? Are you going to come back for damages on me? Yeah, probably. Right.
Absolutely.
And so that's the honest truth, man. And so you'll be fine. Right. And so if somebody tries that, they're not, so anyone can sue you. How do I reduce that though? Let me give some game on this. If somebody calls and says, I'm on the DNC list, Alexander, what's your company name? Are you going to give the guy your company name and your address and all that stuff?
No,
It's only going to be used
there is
against
no company.
It's the people that try to like bait you into it.
Yeah.
And so I get this all the time. People get sued for texting, not because texting's illegal, but people try to sue you just to do it. Do you have TikTok?
Yeah.
Look up. There's a whole subsect of TikTok where they try to show you how to sue people for calling you or texting you.
Okay.
You know why? Because it's against the law to do that if you're trying to sell something. And it shows you how to send out threatening letters and all this stuff. And when you go and actually look at the guy, all right, he just popped off. That's okay. There you go. When they legit tell you, like, wait, do I actually? No, you don't actually sue them. You just send them threatening letters. That's what they tell you. And so it never comes down to a real legit lawsuit. And so they're going to threaten to sue and try to sue, but they're all threatening, saying, we will sue you unless you give me $300. I don't like that. That's just ransom money. Okay.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
And so you're fine with that, man, because you're actually not going against the law. Now, I'm not a lawyer. Seek legal counsel, anything you do. But I'm telling you, it doesn't work. You'll be fine. But the people that try to sue you off of texting, they see a TikTok like that, and guess what they do after? They do this. They're like, give me they ask, what's your company's name? They don't say they're interested in selling it. They just ask for personal information. I don't give my personal info out.
Yeah.
When I did bandit signs were actually illegal sometimes when I did them. I'm not admitting, but sometimes they theoretically could be. Every single time code enforcement called me, they asked what my name was, what my company name was. They never said they were looking to sell it. And that's how I knew they were trying to get me. And so that's how you can't avoid it, but it's up to you. Now, let me tell you one last piece of advice that convinces everyone to do DNC or not. I've done so many deals that were on the DNC list. So the question is it worth it for you or not? I'll tell you, you're probably losing out on half your deals by not cold calling the DNC.
Absolutely.
And so
it's been hard to even get a hold of anybody.
I'm on the DNC list. All right.
Yeah, me too.
My mom put it on me when I was like 10 years old. You know, I got my phone. I think I was like 11 or 12, but like, you know, like, so dude, it's an easy one for me. I'm not telling you to go call it or not. It's up to you to make that decision.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate that. And secondly, my next question would be, I got a seller who wants me to talk to I'm just going to keep this one real short. Who wants me to talk to his real estate agent to try to get it, to try to have him sell it to me. Should I just try to go behind the real estate agent's back and be like, listen, man, I got all cash for you. We can close this in the next 7 days. This is my number. Because I tried to hit him with that, but he was like, oh, I'm really loyal to my real estate agent. Talk to him. And he had his real estate agent call me. And I was like, okay, that sounds nice and all, but
you just got to come up to the, hey, why are we going to pay 3%? That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
That's what I was saying.
That's all you can say.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate you, Zach, so much. Best mentor ever, man. I'll say it every time, for real.
Keep it up, Alexander. Keep it up, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Victor. All right, bro. Can you come in on are you on your phone? Do it on your phone. I think you gotta use Chrome, all right? I'm sorry. I think you gotta try your phone, all right? I can't hear you. So try it on your phone, man, all right? All right. He's got to go on his phone for some people's audios, I don't know. It's always a little setting on there, but whatever. Angela.
Hello.
How's it
Can you
going?
hear me? Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. What's up? How can I help you out?
I am just listening and learning. I don't actually have any questions today, so I don't want to take up much of your time. I know Zulfetta, the first person you tried to bring on, she really wanted to talk to you, and she's new. So,
Zulfetta, will you answer me? She's on right now.
I'll text her.
Oh, now she's on. Okay. I tried putting her on. All right, let me go talk to her.
I know you did, and then I tried hitting microphone, and like for some reason it wouldn't work.
Oh my gosh! All right, I called her name for like, I tried. All right,
you did.
All right, Angela, I'll go talk to her.
Awesome, thank you, Zach. You are amazing, and I tell everyone I can talk to, you and your dad are the only ones to ever listen to. So,
all right, I appreciate it.
Yep. Bye.
You better thank Angela.
I know. She texted me. I was like, I can't. You couldn't hear me.
I've tried. All right. What's up? How can I help you out?
Okay, well, this is like brand new for me. My husband and I have flipped several houses, but I have never done wholesaling. So I have listened to several of your videos, and I just don't know like where to begin.
That's a great place to be. So if you flipped houses, you generally understand it. And so it's do you speak a second language?
I speak German and Bosnian. I'm originally from Bosnia.
All right. So like I'm not saying a lot of that region, you know, but like Croatian is it similar to Bosnian?
Yeah, it's the same. You all used to be part of one, and then they split into 3 different countries.
Yeah. So that's kind of what wholesaling is. It's a dialect, you know. It's Portuguese and Spanish. It's not the same, but it's so similar that like it'll be very quick for you to pick it up. All right. That's why I'm asking, you know. And so we got to understand is if you've played the game of flipping houses. And so the only game that's really different is just dealing with the actual seller, because most flippers are used to just going on the MLS and buying a house with a realtor, right? The only difference with you're doing is you're going directly to the seller. Hey, and you do it the same way you usually do. Hey, you just say, hey, I flip houses. I'm looking to buy some more houses for cash. Are you looking to sell it? And then besides going through a realtor, you just do the negotiation yourself.
Well, I am a realtor myself.
Same. It's not, but you're dealing with sellers. So it's a little different, right? They're more emotional. Realtors are emotional too, but they're a lot more different, right? And so that's pretty much it. You know, you just go direct to seller. And so your marketing tactics are a lot better than being a realtor. I'll tell you that. You can't go after pre-foreclosure for realtor listings, right? Like, but you can you got FSBOs and like word of mouth. For wholesaling, you go after any type of list possible. And wholesaling deals are amazing. And so as a realtor and as a flipper for you, you got to understand that 99% of all transactions are pretty much done on market. 1 to 2% are off market. If I include quick claims and stuff like that, you can do more, but like, you just got to go after the off market, the ugly houses. And so I would say if you're starting out, go to freewholesaling.com. Just learn market. I think marketing is probably what you got to learn. You're probably okay at acquisitions. So I would say on market. Are you intending on wholesaling or flipping these houses?
I want to, if they're good enough, I want to flip them, but mostly wholesaling.
Okay. So just so you understand with me, when I wholesale, I will wholesale deals to flippers that will make 30 or 40K on a flip, but it's like 6 or 8 months, but I'll make 30K on the assignment fee. And when I will sometimes close on my own wholesaling deal and flip it myself and make a ton of money. And so I'll make $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 flips because I got such a good stinking deal. And so it's all about just going directly to the seller, and you get the best price possible. You go after a very motivated situation, and that's it. And so if you're starting out, you should go to freewholesaling.com and just learn the type of motivated list out there. And then you learn how to actually contact those type of people. And all you do is say, hey, are you looking to sell your house? I'm looking to buy a couple. And that's it. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be this like salesperson. I'm looking to buy a couple more houses. And you have a lot of confidence because like, how do I know you're legit? I bought this house, and this house for cash. Oh, you're legit. It's easy.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Zach. And I am glad I stumbled upon you on one of the wholesaling Facebook pages that I've been following. And when I saw you, I was like, oh my God, I was telling my husband, I was like, this guy is amazing. Like as soon as I see you live, I'm like, I have to go. Like I have to drop everything and go listen to him.
Well, this is what I want you to do. I do these one-on-ones all the time. It's hard for me to get to every single person, but I try my best. If you want to try to hop on once a week, and you might know I have an eidetic memory, so I remember pretty much most people on these. So I will remember you. I remember Angela. I remember all these people. That's why I want to hop Victor on, because he's got a cool story. I want to hop him on. But you hop on. What I'm going to do next week is I want to see what you went through and what questions you have from there. And then I'm going to start getting you to I'm going to give you an action plan so you can start going out here and taking action.
Okay.
and I'm gonna get your butt to work so you can actually get some good deals.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, I'll tell you
Thank
this.
so much.
If you're a realtor and you've gotten some listings, wholesaling is the same, but you make more money and it's less work.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do real estate here and I do amazing with it with buyers and sellers, but when it comes to wholesaling, I'm like I get lost.
I can help you out. Don't worry about it. I promise you
Okay.
it's easier than being a realtor. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Keep it up.
Bye-bye.
All right. Victor.
Zach, what's up? You can hear
There we
me
go,
now?
bro. Dude, I want to hop you on. I saw your post on the group and I was like, let's go. I was
know.
excited, man.
Can you hear me though?
I can hear you loud and clear, bro.
Perfect. Man, I was so excited when I got that deal, man. I was trying to actually JV with you, but for some reason that didn't go through. And, I was forced to find a buyer and I did it.
But look at this thing.
Yeah.
What is this? 10 grand on a FISBO?
Yep.
Dude, let's go.
Man, I just followed your videos and followed all your rules that you gave me, and I put action to work, and that's what I got.
Bro, dude, it works, right? Wholesaling works.
It does.
FISBOs work. You're the reason why I do my live cold calling on FISBOs. Because I know at least one person's going to listen to me and say, I should probably do that. And look, you did it. Tell me about the deal, man.
Well, right after watching that video, man, I just said, man, let me see if I could try this. And I went on Zillow, started to search, and then I stumbled up on this house by accident. I was just getting ready to get off the computer and go do something else because I have 2 kids that I was getting ready to pick up from school. And I was just like, let me just write this down. And I try to look up the ARV. I was starting to going crazy, looking up numbers. And I'm like, man, just follow what Zach said. So I discounted whatever the asking price was, it was 102,000. I think they was asking for it. And I did the math on it. And I said, you know what? I got to be somewhere around 50, 60,000. So anyway, I called up the seller, starting to get some report on the house. Then in the middle of getting a report, then they say, hey, you know what? I can't really negotiate with you too much on this because I have an agent involved. And I'm like, why the hell wouldn't they tell me that from the beginning? So we're in the middle of agreeing to some price right now. And then she hit me with that. And then a little after that, the agent called me. So I gave my offer and he was like, yeah, I can't accept that. It's too low. So I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, so anyway, we went back and forth, and he hanged up the phone on me a few times. He called me a scammer. It was so funny. But this was on market for, I think, 172 days. So anyhow, he ended up calling me back. I guess, everything was starting to make sense. I was trying to tell him. I was like, it's been on market for this long. Why haven't you sell it yet? Is there something that I don't know about with the property? I gave a good offer. You didn't consider it. And you hanged up the phone on me. And you also called me a scammer. Anyway, we came to the point that, we made an agreement. He said, you know what? If you can give me this and you could close quick, I accept the offer. Anyway, I sent over the agreement. He signed it, and I put down, I think it was $100 EMD deposit. And boom, Zach, I didn't waste no time, man. Right. I sent it over to the title company. And then the second thing I did after sending it over to the title company was send it to you. And I was just like, oh my God, I got to get this done. I got to get this closed. Zach, I went on PropStream. It said no cash sales in the area. I'm like, oh my God. So I went ahead and I watched a few more of your videos, and it said how to find cash buyers. And I'm like, all right, I got this. So I think it was like 3 days after, you had one of your guys that were JVing with you. He said, hey, listen, I'm going to be representing Zach. I'll be able to try to help you on this deal. Just telling me that, if numbers work, if everything work, I'll send it over to some cash buyers and I'll get back out to you. So anyway, I think it was kind of on me, Zach, to tell you the truth, because I was kind of nervous. And I think maybe I was staying in contact with that guy too much, and I guess he was like, there's a lot going on for him. So, I don't know if I kind of scare your guy away or whatever the case may be, but I get to the point that I just had to put matters in my own hands, and I say, you know what, you could do this. So anyway, I went searching the area, just looking for any properties that I could find that has been maybe bought at a discounted price and then put on the market a few months after. And I found a few within the area, and I started to call up. And I think on the third call, I found a property, and I found the agent that listed that property. And I called up the agent. I said, hey, I'm calling in reference to this property here that you listed, for the owner. Do you know the owner? Do you know if the owner is looking for any more properties? Maybe they're looking to fix and flip. And he was like, yeah, sure. Let me give you the number. And he gave me the number, and then boom, I sent over the pictures, everything. She went to look at it the next day, and boom, the agreement was signed. She liked it, and we was getting ready to close.
I mean, dude, 10 grand, Zillow Fisbo. How did you learn it? Was it all freewholesaling.com? Like, what was it?
Everything from freewholesaling.com. I mean, I was researching like a month prior to me stumbling up on your YouTube channel. And it was just like perfect timing, man. Everything I needed answer to was on your YouTube channel.
I'm telling you, man. At least you took what I said and went after it, man. So you're inspirational, man. That's why I want to hop on and talk to you, man.
I appreciate it.
Dude.
I've been trying to get on with you, I think, over a month now. And for some reason, I think yesterday I tried to get on with you. And for some reason, it wouldn't let me on, or it must have got cut off.
There's a lot of people that try to get on, but I try to get as many people as I can. But dude, that's awesome, man. How did it feel to get that deal, dude?
Oh, it feel unreal, man. Like my wife was like, nah, so you're telling me you're just going to get paid just for doing that? And I'm like, the only one way to find out is when they send the paycheck. When it came in, I think they did like a next day for the check. So when it came in, I was just like, bam, right at the door. The UPS guy was like, here. And I opened it real quick. Then I looked at it, I was like, damn, this shit is real. This is real, man.
Zach's not speaking out of his butt. He's trying to get me to do it because he knows it's real. So love it, man. Victor, that's awesome, dude. What's up? Do you got any questions?
Oh, yeah, I do, actually. So now that I've got my first deal, right, I'm in the process right now of creating an LLC, right? So I could start putting my rest of the deals that I'm in the process of doing. My question now is, I'm in Connecticut, and my first deal was out of state. Now, if I'm using my LLC to do assignments out of state, do I need to create some kind of foreign entity with that also for every state?
Usually not. Ask the title company.
Okay.
Ask the title company will help you out the most, because I don't know exactly what state, but you should be fine.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, that's mainly was my main question. I mean, I have some realtors right now that I'm probably looking forward to working with that should be sending me like potential deals that I'm going to be giving offers to and stuff. But like I said, I just filed my LLC, and before I put it on a neat deal, I just wanted to make sure that, everything is in good standing before I start using the LLC to close deals. So I figured, you have LLC, so you're more, experienced than I am. So
I get it.
Right.
Yeah, that's it, man. If there's any other questions, you let me know. Love to help you out, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm doing virtually right now. So I mean, I'm in Connecticut. Would you recommend like pulling like government lists in Connecticut right now, even though it's in the wintertime?
Hartford's the only one that's good enough for it.
Right. Okay.
Anything else, I'd probably do virtual.
Okay. Perfect. Zach, again, I do appreciate you having me on here, man, and thank you for all the great videos, man. I've proved to many wholesalers ever since that deal that this is real. Of course, I appreciate it. You and your dad does a great job, man.
All right. Appreciate it, Victor.
All right. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, man. Victor! Woo! Look at that. Look at that. 10 grand right there. Let's go. Cash money. So guys, if you want to learn how to do that, what he was saying, go below here, freewholesaling.com, FREEWHOLESALNG.com. Help you out for free, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with Rick.